Mike, it's Steve. I'm from Clear Direct.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Building a Rans S21 in Oregon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Just wanted to say hello and meet
Hello
you.
from Oshkosh. Hey, get back to work. It's done right. But the video is about 3 or 4 weeks behind. Okay. So we're at about 57 hours now on the plane. So
what was your cruising speed out here?
I had the prop set midpoint. So I was half throttle at 125. If I get any more, just the prop right down. So half throttle 125, and that prop isn't the permanent prop. It's I'm doing beta testing for bottom end, and then I'm working on something.
Always working on.
So when I'm done, it will be a constant speed, but it might be a bit different. But I'm learning what I needed out of this one, and then. So I'll have some videos on kind of some of the testing I did on this, and then we'll try something new. May or may not work, but we're going to try it.
We got to try it.
Yeah.
What was the difference between having the wing, I guess, in the neutral position, flaps up neutral, and having it reflexed?
On the top end?
Yeah.
On the top end, it added about 9 knots, 10 knots. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And so, but it reflexes all of them. So the top and the front, and then we'll see when I get it. This prop, even if I pitch it steep, once you get into the higher speeds, you have to pull the RPM down from 2550 to 2000 because that wide paddle is not effective at high end. You'll start getting a vibration. So I don't know its ultimate top speed yet. So, but I'm learning what I need on the bottom, and then we'll play from there.
How many hours did it took you to get here?
Well, I just did it all yesterday. So all daylight, just left in the morning, landed Appleton last night, and flew in here this morning. So, yeah. Awesome.
So what were some of the surprises when you flew it?
It startled me on takeoff. I did a lot of taxi, and then your next step is to just float it a few inches and set it down. And it startled me a little bit. Like when I took off, I planned on just coming up maybe a foot and then just setting it right back down, part of a normal test flight procedure. And I lifted it off and it just started floating up. I was like, I'll just pull the power and bring it back down. It just kept floating, and I was like, back, and I ended up, which I hate to admit, I mean, I was 5 to 7 feet up, and I planned on a foot, and I thought I was going to go 50 feet, and I went 150, 200 feet before I got it back down. It just wants to float. So I'm really happy. I was surprised in the best way, but I was like, whoa, come down. This was not the program, so very happy. Woo!
Yeah. What did you finally end up at empty weight?
2,500, 24 and change. By the time I got all the batteries, solar system, all the 110 power systems, but I'm flying slower than Draco or my other Cub at twice the weight with only 25% more weight, which blows my mind. And I can carry motorcycles, so like I can carry 2 motorcycles, plug them in, charge them, so it's more like my camping touring Suburban. It doesn't have the thrust to weight like Draco, so its acceleration is not like Stoll competition style, but it comes in and lands really slow. And I don't notice much difference going up 800 pounds and down 800 pounds. It kind of is like, whatever. So it's perfect for what I want to do. Motorcycles, camping gear, rescue equipment, stick it anywhere. So, but it needs more horsepower. So we're gonna have to modify the front of that a little bit. Yes, someday. I'm trying. I gotta be really. I don't know which plane I want to build next. So I have some projects. I do some military projects on the side that I don't ever get to do videos on, and sometimes that directs what aircraft I'm going to be doing because there is some cross testing. So it's unknown. On the next 3 months, I'm going to say back to wife. Then we're back to work.
Have you even got to test the slats and everything?
Oh yeah. Oh, yes. It's so fun. It's good. It's good and it's flat. Like normally on the slats, I gotta get on the backside of the curve to really hook them up, and then you got a little bit of a fall. And this one, the load balance, center of lift moves with it so well that it comes in really flat, and your visibility is just amazing. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm sure we could tweak it, but right at this point, I'd just leave it like it is. It's awesome.
That floating you were talking about a while ago, wasn't with the slats out? Or was that just
Slats out.
It was
Oh yeah, that's what's doing it.
probably a normal position then or something.
No, so they always move with the drooping ailerons and flaps. There is no one or the other. So they're always in sync to try and keep the center of lift moving with the pitching moment. And so that's with just, I think on that one I went, let's do 50% flaps, lift it off at a slower speed, set it back down, and it just floated. So far, so good.
Visibility, is it stay the same then when you're doing your
So
climbs?
like on my approach to land, my visibility is better than any of my Cubs I've ever built or flown in the past. It's right over the nose. So I haven't taken it to the phase where I go extreme and hang it and see how much slower I can get on the back side of the power curve where I'm powering up and holding it on it. So far I'm in the low 30s coming in flat, idle back. I'm not having to power it to hold it, and it just floats. So far I'm happy. We'll see where it goes.
So Mike, we're in the backcountry and I need fuel in my aircraft. How do we hook that up?
So on the bottom of the plane there is you see a black knob down there.
Okay.
I have a small line, you hook it, drop it in your wing, I flip the switch in the thing, it says fuel pass, and I can send you 20 gallons and still have 6, 7 hours on board.
Hold you to it. All right.
Yeah.
What's my payload?
So empty weight's 24-25, and I set the payload at the total load at 42 so far. So what, 25, 35, 1,700 pounds. Yeah.
So can we see the front extended?
You want to see it move?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch your head.
Ooh, oh.
So smooth and quiet.
I love watching Mark light up and just going, do it again.
I haven't yet. Because when you're building a plane just for you and not 6'3" and 5'3", you're like, it's exactly there. No one else matters. It was really comfortable. What's your size? Perfect. It's just for you.
So with the solar, how many watts of solar?
So I have 900 watts of solar, eight batteries, 4 lithium per wing.
Lithium?
Yeah, 4 lithium per wing. So the plane produces enough power that if I had a dual alternator failure, I switch one switch and my solar can run. I don't have to shed load anything. I can leave all avionics running, all systems, all fuel pumps, still be charging my battery, fly into the night if I was crossing an ocean, and then the solar would quit and the battery will take me 10 hours with all systems on. So over 10 hours. This load pickup and the extra brackets. Inside here is a much bigger rib that I machined out of billet. And so one motorcycle hangs off each wing. So it's full motocross style, full electric motorcycles. So that's kind of why the plane, it's a Cub, but it weighs 2,500 pounds. It had to get kind of meaty to do what I wanted it to do. So
Thanks for the tug, by the way. They are the best tugs.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, thanks for being part of our Best Tugs family.
Oh, man.